The last reporter just indicated, they're just dropping all people anywhere. Do you understand how raggedy and how evil that is? You're just going to put people on a bus and just take them somewhere and drop them off in the middle of the night? And then you want to hold us accountable for something that's happened down at the border? It's sickening. And so, but just know that our work is not done. But let's be very clear. You know where this is promulgating from, right? You do know that, right? That you have a governor in Texas that can care less about those families and literally dropping them off, not just in Chicago, but anywhere and everywhere. It's wicked.
Hello, family. Welcome back to another episode of Journey to Harmony. I'm your host, Richard Harmon. Once again, the mayor of Chicago is in the news. Brandon Johnson recently had a press conference. A migrant child ended up losing their life while in one of the shelters. And he comes out and he's basically blaming Texas as a result of all of this. So once again, the U.S. border is a national issue. The policy is given by those who are in Congress and White House. And right now, the Texas border is being overrun. There are videos of the overall situation, and it's really getting out of control. For the most part, our country, America, has 330 million people in it. And it seems right now that, 2 billion people are doing everything they can to get here as quickly as possible. And instead of this being recognized and being admonished, is basically just being blamed on the Texas governor that he's shipping people around the country. Texas, again, if you're having 3 million people cross the border, that means 3 million people are crossing into Texas, and no one really cares about that. I'm going to play a video here. We'll watch a little bit of the news conference. We'll come back and talk about it from there. First time joining, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We'll go ahead and go from there.
Gathering information, as I've said before, at every single site throughout the city of Chicago. We provide on-site medical care. In fact, the county government has just put forth more dollars for more health care. But I want you to hear me good. They're showing up sick. Do you hear me? They're showing up sick. The issue is not just how we respond in the city of Chicago, it's the fact that we have a governor, an elected official in the state of Texas that is placing families on buses without shoes, cold, wet, tired, hungry, afraid, traumatized, and then they come to the city of Chicago where we have homelessness. You have people who are seeking employment. The governor of Texas needs to take a look in the mirror of the chaos that he is causing for this country. This is not just a Chicago dynamic. He is attacking our country. The sensibility and the civility of our country, he is undermining that.
All right. So this is, once again, you see there that this is seen as only Chicago is having a problem. But can you imagine? They've received 50,000 people or so overall in Chicago. Texas is receiving over 2 million per year. Possibly even more than that. So while other cities are complaining about the issues that they're seeing, just imagine what's going on down at the border, what's going on, as people are having different people just walk through the cities of Texas. The social services things like that are being absolutely overwhelmed. And as a result of the housing crisis, as people from New York and from California and other places continue to move to Texas, you're having more and more and more people who are converging on a smaller space. I used to think about it first and ask myself, those the builders who went out there and they built these particular rent-to-own communities, I was thinking, I'm like, who's going to live there? But you see more and more that the population of Texas is likely going to swell over the next coming years. You'll probably end up having another, 5, 10, 15 million people in the state if this continues on, whether it's people moving from different states or it's people crossing the border. Overall, there's going to be a huge influx of people in that particular region. We're going to continue watching the video.
It's all good. We good. Yes.
Mayor, given what's happened at the shelter this morning and what is, we've seen more ambulances show up there, is it time to reevaluate using these warehouses as places for shelter activities?
So I want to make sure I understand your question. Hold on, I got you. I just want to repeat back to me. I'm going to repeat to you what I believe you're asking me. You're asking me, based upon an out of control governor who is sending busloads of people all over the country, you're asking if Chicago should evaluate how it handles the migrant crisis?
No, that's not what I'm asking.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that we've had at least one death at this particular shelter. We've seen more ambulances show up at this particular shelter this morning. While we were there, we saw people coming out sick. Does the city need to reevaluate the practice of using the warehouses, which were never designed for human habitation, as a solution in the migrant crisis?
As I said before, they are showing up sick. Listen, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it sounds like you're drawing a conclusion based upon a site. What I'm simply saying is when they get here, hold on, listen, I am saying that they're showing up sick. Are you hearing me? They're showing up sick. And so we are doing everything in our power to treat the conditions in which they're arriving in. As far as us reevaluating our mission, look, an international crisis of global population shift based upon policies that have been promulgated for the last 20 years that have caused not just the sanctions, but have caused displacement for the entire globe. I just want us to understand in the city of Chicago, we are not alone in this crisis. There are hundreds of thousands of people being displaced from the continent of Africa, from Central and South America. So this question about reevaluating, how about we do this? How about we reevaluate all of our international policies that are causing the chaos that we're experiencing right now, and let's evaluate the sanctity of someone in Texas who disregards people.
Well, that was definitely a word salad if you ever heard one. So this is going to be an interesting next 6 months here. The U.S. Presidential election is roughly 11 months away, and we know for a fact that this is going to become a very hot button issue. As the ice thaws, as people continue to come, this is going to be so loud of an issue that it won't be able to be ignored anymore. And then again, it's been 4 years. There's nothing really you can do about, blaming President Trump. This is an issue right now that is being placed at the doorstep of the Biden administration. What exactly they're going to do about this particular issue, we're waiting to see a response. But to this point, it's been mostly silence. The Borders VP Kamala Harris has mostly been quiet on the issue, and we will see exactly how it's happening. The Texas governor is receiving a lot of pushback right now because he is helping people to get to whatever city they're looking to get to. As many people, if you come to a different country, you might have people in particular areas that you're looking to get to, and people are being sent to those areas. And right now, we're just going to see exactly how this plays out. But to this point right now, with the nation, I'll show a video here about some of what's going on at the border and how things are happening. This is going to be a serious issue as more and more time passes, and we'll see exactly how this plays out. What are your thoughts on this? Please comment below, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining. Have a good day.